Yo, what is up guys, and today I'll be reacting to the Call of Duty Vanguard Worldwide Multiplayer Reveal. I'm super excited for it, can't wait to check it out, and without further ado, let's hop right into it. Honestly, I'm super excited for this, guys. It goes for like half an hour, so I can't wait to see what we get. Can't wait to see all the information about Vanguard.
The time is finally here.
Whoa.
Welcome to the multiplayer
What is this audio quality, dude?
Vanguard. I'm Greg Reisdorf.
This audio quality is so bad.
Hammer Games. At Reveal,
It's like still gonna have a gaming headset.
And now we've had our first technical test of Vanguard out in the wild, the Champion Hill Alpha. Our team is hyper-focused on key data points coming out of that test, and thank you for all the valuable feedback. Today, we will show you our vision of the multiplayer experience for Call of Duty Vanguard. On our last project, we brought the Brotherhood of World War II soldiers to life in a more
they did work on World War II,
which was a great experience.
I almost forgot about that.
Vanguard, we're taking liberties and risks to deliver something completely fresh, new, and fun. But first, let's watch the world premiere of Call of Duty Vanguard Multiplayer.
Is this gonna be like a trailer? This is gonna be cool. Oh yeah, it's a trailer. The graphics are so awesome.
Warriors, saboteurs, assassins.
Oh, there's no way. If we can use a katana, dude, that'll be awesome.
Each one with an axe to grind, and when we turn them loose, you better believe they're coming out swinging.
Oh. Dude, like the way like seamlessly goes from gameplay to trailer is amazing. Yeah, these have to be some of the maps. They're not as dark as I thought they would be. Dude, they just look so cool. The baseball bat. Is this all the stuff we get at launch or something? Or is that like an RCXD but like a little tank or something? Okay, this map looks a bit dark.
On your rear.
I'm always so scared about like the super dark maps because it's like super hard to see in them. Dude, some of the weapons they're showcasing look awesome. Ooh, nice little quick scope.
I can't see the enemy.
There's just so much to take in terms of like gameplay and everything, all like the equipment, like the lethals and stuff. 20 maps. Oh, that Japanese themed one's gonna be so awesome. Next level customization. That's just like regular gunsmith, I'm pretty sure. Global operators. Dude, that samurai sword. If we can use that katana, that'll be awesome. Oh, whoa, that has to be a kill streak. That flamethrower has to be a kill streak. I mean, the flamethrower really wasn't that good in Black Ops Cold War, so who knows how it would do in Vanguard. November 5th. What?
Pre-order now and get early access.
What was that at the end there, dude?
Digital pre-orders get instant access to the Night Raid, Mastercraft, and Black Ops, Cold War, and Warzone.
Such amazing work that the team's been able to do, and we're thrilled to have that trailer out in the wild. Our multiplayer team is putting players in the shoes of a globally
This audio
diverse
quality
cast.
always throws me off.
Focused on special
Every time this dude
forces
speaks,
operators that are
audio quality.
untraditional, gritty anti-heroes from every front of the war. We've also focused on our down-the-barrel experience to bring you brute force weaponry that devastates your enemies and world around you. Today, I have the pleasure of sitting down with some of my colleagues I haven't seen in over a year, and some folks that I've never met before in real life. Our conversations today will be broken down into 4 different sections. We're going to talk about our day 1 offering for multiplayer. We're going to go in-depth into gameplay. We're going to talk to our art directors about Vanguard's unique look and take on World War II. We're going to talk to our narrative team.
Okay, this sounds interesting what they're going to discuss.
And we have some special guests from Beanox and Raven. Plus, following the stream, we've invited some of your favorite creators to play Call of Duty Vanguard Multiplayer, so stick around, we're just getting started.
That sounds pretty cool. Get to see people play the Vanguard Multiplayer. Day 1 content and beyond.
Well, let's talk about some multiplayer.
Sounds good.
So we have 20 total maps in the game.
We do.
16 of them that are working with core, and they're across all locations, and they're Western
See,
front,
some of the maps
Eastern
look
front,
cool because they're
North
just like super
Africa,
bright and
as well as
everything.
Pacific.
And then the 4 maps that comprise Champion Hill, which is Airstrip, Market, Courtyard, and Train Yard.
Wait, those aren't
I
like
do love
actual maps, they're just
how we
Champion
have
Hill maps,
found
right?
This fresh approach to World War II. We really wanted this time to focus on a global warfare and variety of settings.
And when you think about the player experience too, let's say you finish a match on Gavutu and you just came from the Pacific Theater, and then the next map.
See, these maps look cool 'cause they're bright.
Now you're in North Africa, so you're just hopping all over the globe.
So we just finished up Alpha. That was the first technical test of Vanguard. And starting today, you can preload for the beta, which
That's
has
pretty cool.
Champion Hill that everybody can now experience, as well as 4 new maps.
Yeah, that's what I'm super excited
So we only
about.
get to play
It's
4 out of
quarantine
the
for the first
20?
time, so it's Red Star,
Hopefully they're good maps.
Hotel Royale, Gavutu, and Eagle's Nest.
I cannot
Oh,
wait
there's some
to
maps?
see
There's
all
only like
those
one
players
dark
in
one that I
there.
saw. So it's not that bad.
And then we also have combat pacing. So you can now experience this huge range from tactical combat all the way up to blitz combat across all the
What?
modes that are in the beta.
Wait, what is this?
It's such
Combat
a different
pacing?
experience between when you're playing with blitz and tactical as well, because when you're playing blitz, it's just no holds bar, you're going.
Wait, why wouldn't I just spam blitz
Tactical,
then?
it's a lower player count, so we're actually increasing the time to engagement in there, and every shot matters. You're able to play with it.
So does that mean they'll still have hardcore?
Quick match play.
Tactical,
you're able
assault,
to
and
be
blitz.
Like, oh, I prefer tactical.
I'm going to be doing blitz. I remember when we were just first.
So does that mean you can do, like,
talking about
hardcore
the idea of
blitz?
making every map
That's be like the easiest way to get cameras and level up everything.
But having a map the size of Red Star feel like Shipment, if you're having that
is crazy
level
as
of
well,
combat
yeah.
pacing,
Can
is
feel like
really
Shipment,
fun.
dude.
It's different map.
That can
by
either be
map.
so good or so bad. The only bad thing about it is Shipment was the spawns.
Because you just get killed and respawn and kill someone else constantly. It's amazing.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Just spam blitz from day 1.
We also have patrol coming in as well. It's a new mode for Vanguard.
It's really fun. I'm really
What was
excited
it called?
to see how fans
Patrol.
respond.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
It's essentially the moving hard point that's moving around the map on this track. You're going and you're taking it, and as people play it more and more and discover new strategies around it, like there's play the patrol point, hold it down for your team, but that patrol point is moving no matter how many people from your team are on it.
Oh,
if you're
so it's like a constantly
truly,
moving
playing as a
hard
team,
point.
You're gonna have people behind the patrol point, in front of it.
Okay, that
really
seems like it could be
locking down those
interesting.
lanes. That mode is bringing so much more than we've ever had, and you're also exploring the entire map.
That could be cool.
Playing with other players in these maps, being able to go into, clans. They're coming into the game,
Clans?
they're a tier 1 feature. You can pair up with your buddies and your friends.
We really want to lean into social play because it does.
Haven't they already, like, done clans with, like, clan tags and everything? But I guess they're making, like,
so much better.
Think about what you just
the
said
next
about
level
patrol.
here.
Like, if you played patrol with your clan, how
You're
much more
gonna be
effective you
so
would
much
be
better.
if
Oh, yeah,
everybody was
absolutely.
coordinated taking the patrol point at the same time.
Yeah, and you actually.
Yeah, just imagine running into a
progress with your
clan trying to play
That's a new
casually.
thing that we have in the game is pretty exciting and awesome. Like being able to have the 3 of us in a clan and go and be on progression.
And you can be in a clan together cross-gen as well.
That's right.
So we have a huge commitment to our players
That doesn't seem too bad.
cross-gen, cross-platform play where you can go and team up with really anybody who has the game.
It's exciting for me because now I can finally play with my cousin in Toronto who's a PC player, and I'm going to play on my PS4 at home.
I really loved it as well because we've invested quite a lot in our social features.
It really widens the scope of the social experience.
If you have a friend who's playing Call of Duty, you don't have to now ask them, oh, what are you playing on?
Right.
You can just be like, join my clan.
We're so excited
I think it's
to
pretty
have
cool.
Call of Duty Vanguard launch. The team has done a phenomenal job. I can't thank them enough for all of the effort they've put in. The most content day 1. It's gonna be great.
I mean, I'm excited to see what all the content's going to be about.
Let's go!
Tactical gameplay.
We're here to talk about gameplay. So this is reactive environments, movement and footsteps, create a class, weapons. It's all about creating a fun environment for the players to run
See, I'm
around
interested in this
When we were
stuff.
thinking about it as a team, that feeling of pulling the trigger has to be awesome. And you need to be able to use it then for gameplay as well. It's all about that player creativity.
When you first shoot something,
Oh, that's so cool. You can shoot through like the
now you
glass.
start becoming a little more creative about what you want to do with that.
Tactical sprint is in the game. We have it coming back, and you can just sprint through those.
We already knew
walls as
about
well.
tack sprint. The fact that you can
We
like
try
tack
to give
sprint
multiple
through
options
walls
for how you want to
is
do
pretty
things,
cool.
which really allows for a lot of freedom.
That's right. When you're taking cover behind something, they can also flush you out. You start seeing this stuff just start getting
Blind
shredded.
fire.
You can mount on top of these surfaces as well.
I love sliding into cover and either mounting on the side, mounting on the top, blind firing over the top.
So blind fire, like let's just talk about it.
Blind fire is gonna be
Blind fire is all
interesting.
new.
It didn't seem like it was like that effective in the
It's kind of
alpha.
hip fire of mount. We actually have it set up where you can ADS and go into mount. So when you're near something, you're going to go into mount every time you do that.
Oh,
But if you're
so it's like
in
an
cover
auto
behind
mount.
it, your gun's going to come up, and now you're actually in this state where you know you can blind fire over it. You get a little peek over the piece of cover that you're on, and you're now able to move back and forth across that, fire. You get the hip fire spread, and then once you see somebody coming, you can actually go right back into mount and transition between the two. And it's
Oh, who
it's
knows how
so
that'll
fluid,
work?
it just
Campers
feels
might be having
like
a
it
field
was
day,
always
just camping
supposed to
behind
be.
like something to protect them, and they can just like
It's
blind
destructible
fire and then
environment throughout the
ADS.
game. It's on every map, and it just changes the map over time.
That's right, like the state that the map starts
But
at
I mean, I never got a
is
chance to
gonna
use
look
blind
different
fire in the
than state that
alpha.
it ends at.
Everything really changes, especially in different game modes when you have Dom and Hardpoint. And even with this idea of combat pacing around those structures, like we have tactical combat pacing where now destruction just matters so much more when there's a lower player count and it's so much more intimate. And then you go into something like Blitz, which is just crazy amounts of players in there, and those maps completely change based on.
I mean,
how
I
that
expect to
combat
see a
pacing
lot more people
is
play
flowing
Blitz over
throughout every
tactical.
playlist that you're going into.
Like so
and-
many
and
more
those
people just gonna
modes even.
spam Blitz.
We have a caliber system as well, which interacts with these destructive environments. And so you're able to now go caliber up or caliber down within each weapon.
The heavier the caliber, the more it's going to change the look of the walls.
The look of the
It's
walls.
not just visual either.
Okay.
Increasing the caliber does increase the damage the bullet does. So we're kind of moving away from this concept of protecting rate of fire and damage. We're letting the players control it.
Who knows how that'll
Create a
go?
class in the game, and we're building
Seems
on what was done
interesting.
in Modern Warfare 2019.
You got your primary weapon, secondary weapon, 3 perks,
Okay.
lethals, and tacticals.
We already knew
About
that.
choices, and about the player having choices.
Pretty sure it's been like that for like the
Within creative
longest
classes,
time.
There's so much going on in there. We have the gunsmith system coming back. We have caliber system, ammo types, 10 attachments as well that you can
10
put on the gun.
attachments? There's no way it's like that for every
The
gun,
coolest thing
right?
about
Like just run 10
is
attachments
that
on
we're able to make
everything.
it so that some of the attachments are much stronger than the other attachments. So you have a lot more options, kind of taking our 30-ish guns and bringing it all the way up to over 100 because you can tailor them to whatever you want.
Okay.
And they're
Interesting.
still familiar with the perks, the 3 perk slots, and you can actually modify those and get some modifications around some of the other core gameplay pieces. And with these weapons and with this caliber system, there's so much in there to be able to use. We have certain perks that are dedicated to it.
Yeah, you might choose an LMG and then try to combine perks for close range to make it so much more
Oh,
like an
dude, that
SMG
recoil
with that
seemed
power
so
and the ammo
bad.
size that the LMGs are bringing. Or you might go the completely other way, lean into our new mounted movement system so you can slide around the cover. You might equip it with piercing vision as one of your perks, your perk 2.
Whoa,
It allows you to actually highlight
what?
people through walls that you've suppressed. Suppression is a new mechanic that slows people down.
What?
And with that, like that is going to give
That
us
seems interesting
the
than like
most
Pierce Wall or
tactical
whatever you
experience we've
called
ever had
it.
in Call of Duty.
Yeah, we're trying a lot of risky
Can
things.
suppress
allowing players
people.
to tune things like
So much to
damage
take in.
rate of fire, but we're committed to figuring out the right values there, making a balanced game.
We really want to push the envelope.
I'm just so scared of everyone just like trying to mount up and blind fire.
That they haven't tried.
Because if I
before.
run
It
to a
is
lobby
truly
and
the
that's
most
all that
immersive
the
Call of
enemy
Duty
team's
experience
doing,
I've ever played.
I don't even know what to think.
We're in this together. We're in it with the community. We're there getting feedback from them on all of these elements, and we want to make it the best for everyone.
art direction and next gen tech. I'm not super interested in like the art and everything compared to like how the actual game plays, but it's always a nice thing to just understand the art and everything, because it makes the game just look cool.
Between creative direction, design, and art, there was a lot more cohesion, and so we've grown together in such a way where we can have these great conversations.
It's about stepping out of our comfort zone a little bit. On the last project, we took on the brotherhood of the soldiers. It was a very traditional look at it. This game in Vanguard, it's a fresh look. We wanted something fresh, and we wanted to get into that anti-hero.
This time around, we kind of dug deeper and we tried to understand what the soldiers were going through. And it changes the way that they walk, it changes the way that they talk, even the way they would dress and how they would stand.
That's pretty cool, little like nuances and stuff like that.
Somebody that we felt that like, I want to be that person. I want to play that person. I kind of see myself in that person. I think that that was big too, right? Like.
So who's your favorite character?
When I saw Daniel Yatsu, I thought to myself, hey, you know what? I want to be that character because that character kind of feels like me, you know? And I think that's huge.
I mean, the art and stuff, like the way that the maps are designed look pretty cool.
Taking a character-centric approach, you actually have a roster.
Yeah, you get to learn more about them.
Yeah, it makes me want to play every character.
And they all have different looks as well, that have their personalities in them.
The character team has done a lot of great work to recreate, you know, all the materials and things like that. I mean, they dress the mannequin as the exact character, they scan it there, and then they virtualize the authentic gearing.
That's pretty cool.
The same thing happens within the maps as well.
Yeah.
And so we even have some maps that are actual spaces in the world.
I mean, it's pretty cool how they like get real world like inspiration.
And try to figure out how we can get photogrammetry
That's pretty
assets
cool.
to match that block mesh. We tried it the other way around on this one. And that would really capture the spatial relationships of the buildings and the road and the hedges.
You know, it feels like a real place. It also helps with the tone because when something feels more realistic, you take it more seriously.
Yeah.
You know, and when you want to be immersed, you don't want to be pulled out by something that feels artificial.
Well, that map seems super dark.
And there's so many other things that we've done to this engine. Like we've done a lot with foliage that's in our Pacific maps.
Just
Oh, that's
with simple
cool.
things like foliage.
Add like weather
the way
effects
that
and
the
everything.
light hits the leaves and then like bleeds and then shines through, makes it feel more realistic.
We've been using
That'll
some
be
new
cool.
software techniques to generate simulations for really windy situations where the palm trees are colliding with each other, and it really
that'll be
makes
so
the map
cool.
have this energy to it.
All of those atmospherics, like the Battle of Berlin, Gavutu, like these maps have so much
So that
weather
map
going
looks
on
cool,
in it.
but you
It's
see how
been
dark it
exceptional
looks.
to see it in the game.
It might be such a pain to play on.
Neo Epic lenses is something we're looking at game-wide. We want to add that new, fresh, badass on top of the Epic setting.
And that's something that you developed.
Yeah, with the art team, we talked about what's the thing that's going to set us apart from the previous game that we made together. And so we talked a lot about the contemporary lens.
I don't know what this
And that's where the
lens
whole
is
Neo
about.
aspect comes. Neo-noir, it's a new, evolved version of film noir movies. So Epic is its own type of movie. We wanted to take cues from the great epics of the past and add a Neo rebirth to it. A lot of that has to do with composition of the landscape, the types of environments.
See, I like the way
that we
like the
picked,
bright maps look.
palette, the color,
This map,
a lot
oh
of
dude, I
it
can't wait to
has
play
do
on
with
that
tone.
one. That one looks so
The art team has
sick.
done an amazing job. Just the entire team as a whole has done an amazing job making this look great.
With all the content that
It
we had
definitely
to
looks
do,
cool. Like the
we
maps look
needed
cool,
the
regardless of
rendering,
if they're
we
dark
needed
or not. They
engineering,
still
we
look
needed
really cool.
The effects, the lighting, the whole team. We needed studio in Melbourne to get it looking super awesome in a way that we can deliver the best COD game we can do.
Global Special
We have a
Forces.
cast of characters. Those characters also come over into multiplayer.
We took the personalities
Are these
from
like
our
the
campaign
operators?
and brought
They
them
have
to
to
the
be.
wild, exaggerated, crazy world of MPs.
Sweet revenge!
We have 12 operators at launch, 6 in the beta, all from different walks of life.
What does bringing those characters together in campaign.
Captain Butcher, who's a returning character from...
Is this like the campaign?
He's back. He's got a much...
There's no way to talk about the campaign.
We needed a character when we went to this special forces.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
The connective tissue, who was the guy who went around and found all these people to give birth to this new type of warfare. And he puts them together and he sends them into these incredibly dangerous situations.
Sometimes you need a job done. That's when
I mean, the operators do look cool. I can't wait to see like what skins we get for them.
Operation task forces that we have, the SOTFs, what are these?
That's the whole notion of multiplayer, is that this is Butcher forming these teams. You know, they do feel like ragtag people pulled from all over the world to form these awesome squads of elite soldiers.
So when you unlock one of these operators, you get that moment to learn more about their backstory.
Wait, so you have to unlock them?
Melinda, do you have a favorite one of those?
I do. My favorite is for Solange, who is Dutch Aruban, and she
backstory time.
Plucked from her everyday life and put into the war, and she did strategy. And I think what's interesting is with our characters, we also not only touch on people who fought on the front lines, we touch on people that fought at home or were taken and...
Part of me's got a feeling that they're talking a little bit about the campaign
they were just
here.
normal people that wanted to live normal lives, and then the war happened and everything changed.
So this might be like a little campaign sneak peek or something.
How it molds you.
Most of the time in multiplayer, you're selecting the character, you're in the game, you're in the action, running around.
We have a couple that are just like absolutely crazy, don't we? I think Paulina's really sinister, actually, and you get more of a look into her character. It almost makes you like afraid of her.
It's about immersion, about putting players in there, and these stories are just fantastic.
We wanted to champion a lot of the forgotten stories of the war, and a lot of them are female-led stories. There are a lot of women that had a part in the war, whether on the home fronts or on the battlefield.
That's pretty cool.
We created so much lore around them and their backstory and who they were as people, and also we wanted them to feel like distinct.
I've seen that like Katana so many times. I really hope we get that at launch. That'll be so cool.
You can now use that operator as much as you want. And then they have operator progression, which is a brand new thing.
Operator progression.
As you're leveling that operator, you're getting cosmetic rewards. They have charms that are based on their backstory, new cool animations that we use in the game for finishing moves and everything else that really immerse you in that experience.
I'm just used to getting this stuff at like bundles and battle pass, but the fact that you get it from leveling up as well.
It's team A versus team B. It is a very deliberate decision, but it's one that we found was for the best of the game. It allows players to be able to customize their character and how they want to play.
You know, once we made that call, it was really important to then really dig deep into find all those different characters, because it was a global war and people were fighting their own battles in their own countries.
I do think, though, there's a lot of opportunities for people to learn about new perspectives and new angles on things that happened during that time period.
So a lot of diversity in our characters, not just in their race, but in their appearance, their gender, and all of that is explored more in MP.
They're all fictional characters grounded in World War II, but they are based on real people and real groups that did fight in the war. Another thing with campaign is the character you're playing as.
So this
you don't want them to
campaign.
talk too much to sort of allow the player to live the fantasy. So in multiplayer, we get to actually make them talk, and you can hear them talk more.
Didn't think I'd come back, did
That brings me back to life.
you? Had that coming.
It's multiplayer. It's still a game.
So we get voice
but there's
lines.
so much history
Some of the
there.
voice
There's
lines
so
could be
much
really
depth
cool.
and richness, and you've been able to.
Because sometimes
bring
they
all
say
of
like
this
really
together
funny things
in
after you
a
get a
story
kill.
That is quite amazing.
So they started talking about campaign. So I wonder if they'll talk about like campaign more in depth in like another trailer or something.
Hey everyone, my name is Marc-Alexandre Milo, the UI UX director at Dinox, and today I'm
This is
here
the PC
representing Dinox,
experience.
the lead PC
I mean, I don't really play on
Call of Duty,
PC.
and we are very excited to bring you Call of Duty Vanguard. Pinox has put together
But I mean, it just looks so cool on PC.
to push the quality of the PC version each and every year. We want the game to be tailored for our PC community by supporting both the latest hardware technology and also optimizing for the best performance. With Call of Duty
So it's just gonna look
Vanguard,
so
you'll get the
pretty.
greatest features
Like
and
PC is just gonna look so
improvements
pretty
that we have
compared to like
built
the
over years,
consoles.
such as the uncapped frame
I mean, it
rate,
usually does
the
anyway.
ultra-wide and the multi-monitor support, and also a lot of settings.
Oh,
to
look at all
fully
those
customize the
settings.
experience
It's gonna be a
throughout the game.
nightmare.
And about customization, We wanted our game to be even more accessible. We added options to reduce motion sickness, improve text readability, and we even added adaptive ease of use settings to fit our game.
As long as I can get rid of motion blur, like I hate motion blur.
To improve input latency. By using a high-speed camera, combined with an Arduino board and an NVIDIA LDAT, it's a device that measures input to photon latency. We were able to identify opportunities to improve reaction time in terms of milliseconds. We have also reworked our auto-detect features. As you may know, we optimize all the graphics settings based on your hardware. But this time, you get to choose if you prefer to have the awesome visual experience or aim for the highest frame rates. Lastly, while waiting for your friends to jump into your party or during a round transition, we added a setting that reduces the brightness of your other monitors to allow multitasking.
What?
Any of the
That's actually pretty cool.
We have
I don't think I know any other game that does that.
Upcoming months, and we can't wait for you to experience Call of Duty Vanguard on Battle.net. Now, I'll pass it to Raven to give you the latest intel on what's coming to Warzone this year.
On the Warzone stuff. This will be interesting.
My name is Hodge, Associate Creative Director at Raven Software. With the launch of Vanguard, we want to ensure that the feel and character of the game extends beyond the multiplayer experience and into Call of Duty Warzone. I am pleased to announce that there is a brand new Warzone map coming this year, shortly after the launch of Vanguard.
Okay.
We are going to
How shortly though?
The Pacific. Featuring an entirely new play space, complete with all new points of interest.
Oh.
Players will get to traverse the lush landscapes of the island.
Oh, the jungles look cool, but I'm so scared about people camping in these little like nooks and crannies.
Alongside friends and foes. Our goal was to
But I mean, it looks so nice, so bright and everything.
By breaking out of the war-torn world of Verdansk, to create an atmosphere that is vibrant,
it looks so
alive,
pretty.
that really opens the doors to how we can craft the narratives and events. As far as visuals and technology,
I kind of wonder how they'll transition from Verdansk to the Pacific.
This allows for
that's gonna be one really cool event.
and play balance. Fully optimized crossplay,
okay.
cross progression, and cross-gen support will be enabled.
Nice.
So you can play with your friends across different platforms and generations of consoles. But most importantly, we want to ensure that Warzone Pacific will be the best experience it can be. We will be launching with a multifaceted new anti-cheat system.
Good. Anti-cheat.
The new experience goes live later this year.
I can't wait to see how that actually works, but man, it's been needing an anti-cheat for so long. So glad it's finally getting it.
And much more, and will continue to do so. We know how much it means to everyone. We will be continuing to offer a massive calendar of free post-launch content featuring new modes, playlists,
this is all in Warzone.
events, and seasonal events.
Ooh, okay.
As well as community
I think they've already been doing that though.
And much more. We look forward to
I'm just excited for this map. It looks so pretty, so bright and everything. The colors look so nice. I can't wait to see how big it is as well.
We sincerely appreciate you watching, but there's so much more for our fans to experience.
Okay, so it seems like it's come to the end here.
The beta will be running over the next 2 weekends, and you can preload on PlayStation starting today. For your first look at live gameplay from Call of Duty Vanguard Core Multiplayer, tune in now to one of your favorite creators from the entire.
So it's pretty cool how they get like people creating.
Thank you so much for.
They get like creators and everything, streamers to just play the game early. That's pretty cool. I think that's it, right? That went off like half an hour. So that was the Call of Duty Vanguard Worldwide Multiplayer Reveal, and honestly, there was like a ton of information to take in. It went on for about like half an hour. So if you guys did watch the whole reaction, thank you guys so much for sticking through with it. But I mean, let me know what you guys think about it down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, show support. I appreciate all of it. And as always, catch you all in the next one.